support or your doula services, kind of how that works, how many doulas you have, how does that work?
Sure. So for those of you which are not familiar with the term doula, so it really is a Greek word, and it's really basically mother or woman mothering mother. And so there are different types of labor doulas. There's actually antepartum doula, which is not as common. So that would be a doula which is really usually for women which are on the bed rest, so kind of assisting them with that. There's a labor doula, so that would be based on that work during the labor. There is a postpartum doula, and so that would be somebody who is coming to your home during the daytime or nighttime and assisting you with the transition into parenthood. So helping you from breastfeeding support to making a meal for you, rub your feet while you are nursing, taking care of other child while you are nursing your newborn, whatever the situation is. And so for the Motherhood Center, we have about 20 postpartum doulas. We do have a smaller team of labor doulas. And we can offer antepartum, but there's not that much interest in that. And really for the postpartum doula, you can have someone to be in your home for just a few days or a few weeks or a few months, whatever kind of your needs are. For us we have 6 hours minimum during the daytime and 8 hours minimum at night. But we have some clients where we are there literally 7 nights a week for a few weeks or a few months, or with some clients, we are just trying to figure out how to care for this baby, and we might be there just for 3 days, kind of getting them going. For the labor support, generally, labor doula is not, kind of a medical person, so she's there really kind of an emotional and physical support person for you. Sometimes clients say, well, I'm going to have my partner there, do I need a labor doula? Or I don't want the labor doula to kind of take away his role. And so it's definitely not the role of the labor doula to kind of take away. She's really a support system. Sometimes even just helping translate what's happening during the labor, or let's say some people call labor doulas a human epidural. And so it could be that, you wanted to have unmedicated childbirth, now you are having contractions which are kind of almost unbearable, and so you might be screaming for the epidural. The labor doula can look at you, okay, remember what we talked about, let's practice the breathing, and all of a sudden, it's like, oh, okay, I'm good now. It's not that simple, but something like that. So there's definitely different types of labor doulas, and or kind of a personalities, and some labor doulas can introduce maybe aromatherapy, some labor doulas could be massage therapists, which are having labor doula kind of under their belt. So that's kind of in that.
So do they each take their own clientele, like a certain number per month, or are they all just kind of in the same pot and who is over on call, or how does that work?
So there's a lot of different labor doula groups in Houston, and they all kind of operate in a little different ways. For us, it would be really, we have 2-3 labor doulas which are kind of helping each other. There's like a primary labor doula for a client. With the postpartum doulas, you basically let us know kind of the estimated due date, and we are basically on standby throughout the rest of the pregnancy, depending when the baby arrives. When you come home from the hospital, we are there. I think it's so much, especially in the kind of the labor doula realm. I think there is so much so important to have really somebody there who you connect. So whenever you are kind of meeting labor doulas, obviously experience is important, but definitely kind of the connection, because you can only imagine, you will be in very kind of a sensitive state, so having somebody who you really kind of connected with during pregnancy is going to be important.
How often does it happen when the primary doula is not available the day of your labor and somebody has to come in as a backup? Like, does that happen?
Probably in the 19 years.
I've had, I'm almost at 300 and I've never missed a birth. So we take it very seriously. We go on call 2 weeks prior to your expected due date, which means we don't travel any further from about an hour distance. There's always that possibility of sickness or being tied up, and so that, but generally we have much to prepare for that. Not saying it's never happened, but it's a rare thing that we have to have a backup.
And Zach is kind of speaking for our group, but in general, you know, it would be important to know that, you know, the labor doula doesn't have a backup. I mean, we did have a situation, it was about 3 years ago, when we had to kind of make a call because one of the labor doulas was just finishing labor with client, and the client, which was not supposed to be due for 3 weeks, all of a sudden she's going into labor. So it's how realistic it is that somebody can go from, you know, basically 36 hours on duty, going to another, you know, possibly 30 hours or however long. So, you know, we had to make a kind of a switch there. But it's, you know, just kind of like with your doctors in a way too, you know, just life happens, and babies are coming unpredictably. So I think it's just only 5% babies come within the week of a due date or something like that. So just being kind of a realistic and kind of your own preparation is going to be, you know, of course,